So I'm here at JNU and a very unfortunate incident seemed to have unfolded here. The Chief Ministers of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Manipur were brought in here for a forum, a discussion. But students of the Northeast they have a forum here. They weren't allowed to enter the forum. Let's hear from their leadership on what really happened here. Joining me for this conversation is Tunia Nabam. She is the convener of the Northeast Students Forum, and Noyoni Sarma, she represents Assam. And tell me exactly what happened here yesterday, Tunia.
So it started with us receiving a parcha that the three CMs are coming first, but us as Arunachalis, we had a discussion with amongst ourselves that we need to raise the issues pertaining to our state, that is Arunachal Pradesh, and raise the issues since our CM is coming. So we went as Arunachalis, and we at the same time the students from Assam and Manipur, they were also gathered there. And when we gathered there, we deliberated that it's going to be a peaceful protest in the form of just placards showing our concerns with the states.
And these are concerns are they political concerns or are they real issue concerns of what's happening in the Northeast?
We need to understand that Northeast has never been focused as much as in the mainstream media. So maybe the rest of the country are not aware of the situation that we live in. And so these are serious matters which may not have been the highlight. So us being part of that state, we decided that this needs to be addressed. So these are, yes, very serious political issues, or not just political issues. It's a question of law and governance, and basically the whole degrading structure that has been patterned, we have witnessed in the society, and we thought we need to address these issues. As students, yes.
You represent the Assam Student Studies Circle as well as the NESF. You are one of their research scholars. You're doing your PhD in educational and you're doing your PhD in international relations. You also weren't allowed to enter this location where these three CMs were speaking?
There
is something that we need to say out loud is that, see, our focus was not that the three CMs are coming in, but it is also related to who are bringing them in. ABVP as an organization in the campus so far has had a very, I would say, not a very positive attitude towards the Northeasterns. As such, like, even when we have to mention a very particular dossier that came out in 2016, in which during the entire anti-national movement apparently the anti-national movement that came up in JNU, even the Northeasterns were separately targeted as being, Naxalites, or even females from Northeast were targeted as being prostitutes. There is a proper dossier in place citing or calling us these names. Those kind of...
And who put out this dossier?
This was from a
certain professor from the Center of Law and Governance. Until date, the administration, or for that matter, any other student organization, they have not really come up with, particularly the administration, they have not come up with any
so there resolution. Is a document that says that women from the Northeast in the campus are running sex rackets,
yes,
and it's by a professor, and everybody knows, and there has been no action taken against this woman.
It's a two-year-old case.
And she still teaches in the university.
Yes, she does.
We have had interaction with the Vice Chancellor. We brought up this issue. We have brought it up time and again, but so far there has been no concrete action, none whatsoever. These are very serious allegations, sir. Allegations like we run sex rackets and it is the Northeast who do the anti-national activities. Sir, you need to understand, people already think we are aliens. Yeah. And then when such accusation comes, and in the mainstream media, we are left voiceless and there is no one to speak for us, sir.
So this protest was organized by the Northeast Students Forum. Now there seems to be a confusion. When I look at the pamphlet that ABVP has put out, it says that this is from ISA, SFI, DSF, whatever, CPIs, kind of bodies. But so is your body aligned with the CPIM and that's why ABVP is protesting it? Tell me, there is something missing here.
Sir, as convener, I would like to tell you that Northeast Students Forum as a body, we have always maintained a neutrality in this campus. Yes, as individuals, we may align to any political parties, ideologies that we want to, but when we come together as Northeast Students Forum, we have limited ourselves to academic activities and cultural activities. That is there. But when certain issues come up, like the dossier issue which we have already mentioned, we take steps and we make our stand. Yesterday's event was not Northeast Students Forum from the beginning. Like I mentioned, it was individuals from Assam, Arunachal and Manipur, and yes, with the support of other students who wanted to listen to the CM. They had come, but the issue escalated in such a manner that it was at the moment we decided that this will be an issue which will be taken up by the Northeast Students Forum. But sir, as you can see, they
didn't allow you to get inside to even hear to the CM. Because you were saying that you're going to put up these placards just to ask questions to your CM.
Those were our questions, those were the issues. Somewhere, let's be honest in this, we knew that when they're bringing it in the context of an election, the context of the election scenario in the campus, we had this idea that they had in their own motives in place. They brought out a topic called Ishanudai, in which there is no clarification of it, the talk in which it was organized. And so we wanted to say that, okay, Ishanudai is probably not a relevant issue. If they're really coming to talk in the campus, these are the issues that should be talked about. That was the prime concern. That is what we came up in the posters with.
One thing I'm not getting clearly.
Yeah.
Here are these CMs from these three states. Sure, they are BJP governments. But you students represent your states here in many, many ways. And if they're not going to be listening to you, how are they supposed to get votes and win elections? There is something amiss here for me. I don't understand.
Yes, sir, that's the irony of the whole incident. The CM came to visit the students in the campus in JNU, but somehow the event took its turn, and the students from Northeast in JNU, we were not allowed to enter. We were not allowed. They blocked us completely. And then that is where we understood that, sir, they are not going to raise issues which is at the moment, the crucial moment that our states are facing. So that was the whole issue in the end.
So looking at this event, one seems to be, realizing that this divide of calling anybody from the Northeast as communists, bringing in your own party workers to a campus where students of the campus are not allowed inside, it seems to be too highly political. The idea is that these students are fighting in the Northeast because the law and order situation is bad, like we've seen in Arunachal, hundreds of murders, and political investigations are not done, police investigations are not done. We see there has been no service selection board examinations done for many years. For 5 years now, the exams have been postponed. So anybody who graduates and is thinking of getting a government job tomorrow is not able to get a job because for 5 years the whole selection process hasn't happened. And genuine issues of the Northeast. And so if you're not supposed to listen to the students who are doing their PhDs and are doing degrees, then who are you going to listen to? So a bit of a challenge to see that these chief ministers of these states came here and decided not to have an outreach for the students and the students' union of the Northeast. Thank you very much for joining us, for having this discussion. You want to say something else?
Yeah, one last note that we want to add is that, the incident happened yesterday, and after that there was a series of tweets that featured, and calling this movement a parcha that came from the ABVP. There is one thing that we clearly have been very appalled, we are very astonished in the way that they have come up with this, is that nowhere in the parchas or anything they are acknowledging the fact that Northeast students came forward.
Exactly.
This is something that tells you that the way they treat us as secondary citizens.
Exactly.
And that is the reason we gave out a call for a silent protest march tonight, saying that enough is enough. We are not secondary citizens. We are not even secondary situations for that matter, our part of the country. And that means that they are trying to speak for us all the time. And even when we try to speak for ourselves, they will tell us that we don't have the agency. We are motivated by some other group of people.
Exactly.
And that is where the challenge lies. When people from the Northeast say that you've not made us part of, the future growth of India, you've left us out, our roads are not good enough, resources don't get to us, they have a genuine grievance. And if you don't listen to them, how are you supposed to run an administration? And that's, I think, is the biggest, takeaway from this whole protest.